Hey, what is going on, guys? T.Sports 15 here. Today we have another episode of Toronto Maple Leafs via GM mode, and we'll get right into the action. I do want to go look for a top four defenseman on the trading block if there is any good defenseman out there. So we can get Jordan Leopold for about 4 mil. That's not that bad. Patty Sharp's out there on the that'd be pretty sick if we can get him. But he's making 7 mil. That'll take up most of our salary cap. Who else is out here? Zetterberg and Cronwall. If we can get Cronwall, he's only making like 5 mil. Let's go try and get Cronwall. He's only making like 5 mil. That's not too bad of a trade value. We could trade away this first round pick here. We can see if we can like package up a bunch of thirds, save that first round pick if we need it for another trade. If we can package up like a ton of third round picks, that'd be pretty cool. A bunch of these third round picks for Nicholas Cronwall, and we'll throw in a second. That should be good. I think that'll be good. I'm pretty sure this will go through, and yes, it did. So we got Nicholas Cronwall, another top 2D for our defensive core. So that rounds out our defensive core right there. And let's go check the trading block, see if we can add some more guys, and see if we can make like a freaking all-star team. So there was Datsuk out there. Zetterberg. But he's making like 10 mil, so I don't think that's going to fit into our salary cap. Who else is out here? Radim Verbata. We can go sign somebody like that for cheaper. Brad Stewart. We already have our D set out. James the Real Deal Neal. That wouldn't be too bad. Or Brandon Sutter, but they're both making a little bit too much money. Steve Downey would be nice because he's only making 2 mil. We could probably get him for like a third rounder or something. Let's go try and get Steve Downey for that fourth line spot that we have open. So Vitalama, no, I don't want to give up Vitalama. Let's see if we can just throw a bunch of picks together. They don't want any of our picks, but if we can throw together like see if we can get it for one of these later first round picks. There we go. So we got Steve Downey. I want to go through our fours right now, see what we got. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's pretty much going to be our top 6 right there, I believe. And then Kadri, Galchenyuk, Colburn is going to be our third line. And then Downey, Vitalama, and somebody else could be our fourth line. So we need one more guy. I'd like to keep Grigorenko for next year if we could. But we got these guys we could trade away, but we do have like 2.7 mil, so we can go sign somebody in the free agency, and I preferably like that to be that backup goalie, Corey Crawford. So let's go try and sign him. I will offer him 2 mil. There's not too many other teams interested in him, but that'd be pretty sick if we can get a pretty nice deal on Corey Crawford. 2-year deal for $2 million. Sounds good to me. So we'll sim up to the end of this week, and we'll see if we can sign Corey Crawford as our backup goalie to our new elite goalie, Jack Campbell. So once this is simulated, we should have Corey Crawford, and then I kind of want to go look for another deal for another fourth liner that's possibly in the 80s. If we can get one in like the 75 to 80 range, that'd be decent as well. But we should have a pretty deep roster this year. Now that we have 3 top 2 defensemen, with the addition of Cronwall, he'll probably retire after this year. So we get Corey Crawford, and it's looking like we're gonna have an extremely deep team this year, with a lot of prospects coming up as well. We have Domi, we have that new guy Burns, and we also have Grigorenko, who's going to be in the minors. So Colburn for Pyrie, hell nah. So we'll let this simulate the rest of this. We'll go look for one more third liner to play on the fourth line. And yeah, so this is going to be a pretty quick episode, and yeah, it should be pretty cool. So we'll let this simulate this last day here, and we'll go look and see if we can find another third liner to play on the fourth line. So One more day here, one more simulation day, and we should be good. So here we go. Go to trade block. I'll see what is available for third liners, like cheap third liners. So that is our team right there. I don't know why we have these guys out here. My bad. My bad. So Toronto, I meant to do this. Let's just get rid of these so the simulation days go faster. So players on the block, third liners. Where are some good third liners? Patty Sharp, good third liner for $7 million. Zetterberg, Pyarvi, but he's a depth. Lander wouldn't be too bad. He's only making one. Ooh, that could be a good one. He's only 26, so he can still improve. So let's go try and get Magnus Pyarvi. So, I mean, Anton Lander, my bad. So we're going to need to trade away a little bit of salary cap. If we can flip over somebody that we're not using this year. So sort by this, sort by that. So maybe we might have to. I don't really mind giving up one of those 4.5-star potential guys. Let's give away this Burns guy. But that's not going to be enough salary cap. That's the thing. So who could we get rid of that has some salary cap that's not going to play on our team? All these guys are going to play on our team. That's the thing. Riley. Yeah, all these guys are going to play on our team. That's the one problem. Do we have a goalie that we could dump? No, because we want to keep Corey Crawford. So. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get Anton Lander. So I think we might just play Grigorenko on that fourth line, try and mold him into a fourth liner, because we probably won't have space for him in the future. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for that. We're going to go set our lineups for the spring games, not spring games, preseason games, and I'll be right back whenever we simulate up to the preseason games. Alright, so we're back for the preseason where we're going to set all the lineups, and before we get started, I want to read this little thing off. I almost can't believe that you've been the GM here for the last 6 years with the Toronto Maple Leafs. This is the last year of your current contract. I will be paying special attention to how you do this year and decide whether I will offer you a contract renewal. I expect 46 wins from you this year. 46 wins shouldn't be too hard. We're going for the President's Trophy, so hopefully we can win that. And I just popped my neck and it really hurt. So I'm not sure when I simulated up to, but yeah, there we go. I simulated up to the perfect date. So we'll go to roster moves, and we'll make sure all the right guys are in the NHL. So we got Kessel, Scheifele, Huberdeau, Drouin, JVR, and Zarkov. Kadri, Colburn, and Downey, Galchenyuk, Vitulema, and Grigorenko. So Grigorenko is actually going to play on our fourth line for us this season. I just decided that I guess we should. So on D we got Riley, Phaneuf, Cronwall, and Gardner, and then Pulock and Hamilton. Then Jack Campbell and Corey Crawford. So we'll go set the lines. We'll do best lines. So on the first line, we're actually going to move Kessel to the second line this year. And I believe Vitulema is going to be on the fourth line. What am I doing here? Zarkov is going to be here, and I believe he's a natural center. Yes, indeed he is, and his faceoffs are pretty shit. But Vitulema is going to be here, and actually we could play Colburn on the fourth line because he's more of a fourth line kind of guy. And then we have Grigorenko, Galchenyuk, and Kadri on the third. That actually looks a lot better to me because Vitulema, Colburn, and Downey are like grinder power forwards. So that looks a lot better to me right there. So those lines are pretty good. Those we're pretty much set with our offensive lines. Defensively, we have Phaneuf and Riley, Pulock and Gardner, and then Cronwall, Hamilton. We're gonna flip Actually, I kind of want to get these young guys more playing time because Cromwell is going to retire anyways after the season, most likely. So then on the power play, we got Huberdeau, Scheif. I want to make them identical as our lines. Huberdeau, Scheifele, Drouin. Huberdeau, Scheifele, Drouin. And then we got Kessel. Kessel. And then JVR and Zarkov. So move Zarkov right here. Where is Zarkov? There we go. So we got power forward, sniper, and then up here we got playmaker, sniper. And then we got Phaneuf and Riley up here. Actually, Riley Pulock looks good, and then Hamilton Phaneuf looks good. And then that's good right there. PK, we're good for PK. It usually does it pretty well for PK. All that good stuff there. We don't want our extra attackers to be D. We got to get our first line center out there. We'll put, where is he? Where is my dog? Scheifele, and then our second line center is Zarkov. I believe he should be way at the bottom. We got Campbell and Crawford. And actually, this is going to be a question for you guys in the comment section below. Should we do like a 2-to-1 game basis, like 2 losses for Campbell, 1 loss for Crawford? I was thinking like 6 losses for Campbell and then 2 losses for Crawford, so it's like sort of even. But yeah, I was thinking 6-2 would be good. Just leave that in the comments section down below. So yeah, that's pretty much that right there. Our lines are pretty much set. We'll go to the AHL. Domi, you're gonna be on the first line with Brown. Who else is there? I think that is it. Koluznik, Malkin, Yakupov. Let's just move Yakupov to the top line because, you know, Yakupov has no relevance to him. Move this Kolsnik guy. Actually, no, we'll leave him down there. So, yeah, that's pretty much our lines for this season. This has been a really quick episode. So I'm going to go back and we're going to simulate the preseason, see how we do, and we'll get set for the Year 6 season. It's going to be a 2-part simulation that'll be coming in the next couple days, probably tomorrow. So yeah, let's simulate this part right here. First, I want to make sure that we have our trade block empty. Why does it always do this? It slows down the simulation so much. And they always send you dumb trades anyways, so it's kind of pointless. But we'll back out of that, and we'll simulate the preseason, and we'll see how we do in the preseason. So first game is against the Buffalo Sabres, I believe. So we'll see how we do there. We also play Montreal, Ottawa, and Boston. So first game in Buffalo, first preseason game out of 4. We'll see how we do. So in a couple days, we start the preseason, kick off Year 6. On the 20th of September, we kick off the Year 6 season. And here we go. Simulate faster. So first game of the preseason, we've taken on the Buffalo Sabres. Let's see how we fare in the first game of the preseason. We win it 8-2. So Scheifele gets 2 goals. Huberdeau got 3 assists. Scheifele is +3. JVR has 4 penalty minutes, and Campbell has 1 win. And now to the Boston game, our first home preseason game. We're taking on the Boston Bruins, and here we go. There we go. We win 3-2 in our second preseason game. So Scheifele is leading us in goals, assists, and plus minus. So that's pretty cool. Cromwell has 8 penalty minutes, and Jack Campbell obviously has 2 wins. We're just going to leave Jack Campbell in for all of the preseason. So we win the first 2 preseason games. We got our 2 biggest rivals coming up here. We play Montreal at home, and then we go to Ottawa. And then we're done the preseason. So third game here, and we beat the Montreal Canadiens. We beat them 2-0. We played them in the 3rd round of the playoffs last year, so it's nice to see them in the preseason and whoop their butts 2-0 there. So Scheifele's up to 3 Gs, Huberdeau's up to 5 apples, Scheifele is up to +7, and Cromwell has 8 penalty minutes. Campbell obviously has 3 wins. So one last preseason game in Ottawa against the Senators, and we'll see how we fare in the final preseason game, and then this episode will be done. So one last game in the preseason, and then we'll be set for the NHL actual regular season. We lose this game 3-1. Not too big of a deal. It's just preseason, and we're set for the 2017-2018 NHL season. So we'll let this finish out simulating. I'll simulate up to the very first game of the season. And while it's simulating, I'll just say my goodbye. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Hopefully you did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I repeat it every time, but thank you guys for watching. Peace.